The guy on the left is kind of responsible for the picture on the right. This picture doesn't happen if we don't have people hating JD Vance for being a shithead. People don't know about JD Vance being a shithead if it wasn't for Peter Thiel being super involved in politics. Peter Thiel doesn't get super involved in politics if he doesn't realize the political power he has via bankrolling a lawsuit that sued Gawker out of existence because they outed him as gay. That lawsuit doesn't happen if Gawker doesn't publish a sex tape of Hulk Hogan with radio DJ Bubba the Love Sponge's wife. That tape was only published because Hulk Hogan was one of the most famous professional wrestlers ever, something that doesn't happen if he doesn't get into the WWF and gets pushed by Vince McMahon. McMahon only pushes him because he saw how popular the wrestler superstar Billy Graham was getting, but Graham was on the downslide by the time McMahon takes over the WWE, so he has Hogan copy large parts of Graham's acting, look, and persona. Graham was super popular because he was one of the first wrestlers at the top to truly prioritize looks and charisma over actual for real or in-ring wrestling ability. Graham was only able to do that because from the 20s to the 60s, the promoters of wrestling organizations wanted their champions to be legitimate wrestlers because they were worried what would happen if a better wrestler got into the ring with their champion and refused to lose and pin their guy. They only worried about this because of that guy, Stanislaus Zbyszko, who did that in 1925. There was a guy named Wayne Munn who was much like a Billy Graham or a Hulk Hogan, charismatic, a big ex-football player like Graham too, and Zbyszko was supposed to lose to him in a planned match, but instead, Zbyszko secretly made a deal with a different promoter to lose his title to someone else. So he got into the ring with Munn and easily dominated him because Zbyszko was a legit for-real wrestler. This scared real promoters around the country so much that it became the accepted practice to only give the champion's belt to the actually best for-real wrestler, so that no one could do what Zbyszko did. Which you can get a glimpse of in this movie, Night in the City, which has Zbyszko in his only movie role. It's one of the best film noirs ever, with I think the best on-screen wrestling match of all time in it in any movie. And ironically, one of the main subplots is around the transition of professional wrestling to being pure showmanship. And it's the opposite of JD Vance too. It was made by a guy with politics so cool that he got blacklisted.